G'day guys, welcome to another Pink Panther video where we're going to go through some more AFL23 tonight. We're going to take a bit more of a deeper dive into the management career option that we've got here in the menu. It's going to be one of the most popular game modes that we've got, and there's plenty of new things in there to take a look at. So let's get stuck into it. Alright, so as we can see, management career, third down on the list. I had already started a Adelaide one previously, just to get the ball rolling, just to see what it was all about essentially. So this will take you straight to your main hub screen, if you want to call it that, where you've got obviously who your next upcoming opponent is. You've got the ladder on the right hand side, and you've also got some stats down the bottom. I'm not sure if that's going to be career stats, if it's going to keep rolling over game on game, or if that's going to be just stats from the actual game you've just played or not. But hopefully it's a continuation. So looking at the team management section and then into list management, this is where I think the juicy stuff begins. So you can see there's quite a few options in here. You've got player contracts, the AFL National, mid-season and rookie drafts, the watch list, player transfers, trade offer, and search all players. I haven't seen a lot of this stuff before in other sports games, so I don't really play them most. This is all really interesting to me. So player contracts first up. Now, we don't know if these figures are going to be the absolute final lock-in figures for the final game. So as we mentioned a few times, the version of the game that we were looking at was from the submission version. But it obviously shows you the player's name, if they're on the primary list or not, their role, overall, the salary, and when they're contracted to. Not sure if those wages are all relevant to the real life ones, as someone pointed out during the stream last night, but it would be interesting to know where they got those numbers from. Then we go into the draft area. This part really surprised me in a good way. So you've obviously got three options here: the mid-season, national draft, and rookie draft. Because we hadn't started a season, we weren't able to go any further into this, but I think it kind of speaks for itself that, you know, you'll get to do your mid-season rookie draft. Hopefully that means you get access to some of the free agent players. I think there was like a 94 or 96 Joel Selwood that we saw on a different video. The national draft obviously got young kids coming through, and the rookie draft for those who missed out. So a good piece of realism in there that you get to do all the drafting aspects. I know it's a part of the game that people love to do. They love to be able to build their club up from scratch, and it's a bit of a deep dive. The watch list links into the players who you're kind of scouting essentially. So once you start playing, you'll start finding names will pop up for young kids coming through. And you'll be able to place them on a watch list to see their development and their talent grow. What I'm not sure of, I didn't ask the question unfortunately, but I'm not sure if you can also add players to this list that you're maybe looking to trade in, which would be a cool little feature if that was part of it as well. It might already be, and I just didn't see it in action. But that would be cool if the watch list contained not only up and coming players, but players that you wish to trade in. All right, player transfers we're going into now. So movement time, self-explanatory, from to, and obviously there was no player transfers in here, but you can already tell that the transfer piece is going to be a really big part of the game. When you initially go into this mode, you can actually set if you want trades to be on easy, medium, or hard. You can change your salary cap and things like that too. So the power is really in your hands with how easy or how difficult you want this to be. You can turn everything off and just go berserk and spend billions of dollars and build yourself a killer team. Or you can make it really difficult and a bit more realistic. So good to have those options. So you get trade offers in here as well. So other clubs will poach your players. And I'm assuming that the difficulty that you set that to will correlate to how aggressive some teams come after the players in your side. But it's going to be interesting to see what trades pop up. Obviously, we know that in previous games you could do really unrealistic trades to get players like Chris Judd over the line. So hopefully it's a bit more realistic this time around. We've got a stats panel as well. So I'm not sure, again, if this is going to contain stats. I'm guessing this one will actually carry your whole year's worth of stats. So you can do it by team and player. I think stats are one of those big things that people wanted to keep track of. So I don't know what will be within it, but it's just good to know that there is a stats field there that's going to track all of our data, which is good. You got the ladder, self-explanatory. You can check where you're at on the ladder at any given point in time. Not much more else needs to be said on that piece. calendar just shows upcoming events. What will be interesting here is what it sort of shows on there, whether it's got the trade deadline, trade period, or whether there's signing periods where you've got to try and have players signed by. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what populates that. It might show you preseason games. So I feel like, as simple as a calendar is, it can actually be quite useful and an important part to sort of letting you know what's coming up so you can make some moves and plan accordingly. And finally, into the settings. As I mentioned before, you do have quite a bit of power in this area to tweak this to whatever suits your desire, really. So match difficulty, easiest, easy, medium, hard, whichever way you want to go. Contract negotiation difficulty, you can tweak as well. So you can make life easy for yourself if you want to keep all your good players, or you can make them work a little bit harder. Trade negotiation that we mentioned before. And you got the match quarter length, so you got 2.5 minutes, I think 3.5, 5, 7.5, 10, and full length for those who are wanting the full-blown experience. But there you go, guys. So there's a look at the management career mode. Hopefully everyone enjoyed that. I think this is going to be one of the more popular modes that are being played, and I think it's going to be interesting to see what everyone decides to do with their trade and the negotiation tactics and things like that, because everyone's going to have a different view on it. So let me know how you go with that, and if you like the video, please subscribe and follow for more.